Hello all my sweethearts and welcome back to another day of Vlogtober. If you haven't already, make sure to like this video. Also subscribe to the channel, become part of the sweetheart community. Also turn on those post notifications, get notified every time I post a glorious video. Now since we are doing a sit down video, you know that your girl is either doing multiple things. We're either doing a challenge, a Q&A, a story time. But today we're doing another story time about how I almost got stalked. Well, I did get stalked, technically. This always aspired around the fall, winter time. I don't understand what was in the air when people wanted to come find Shelly, but I guess everybody want to see Shelly on fall. So anyways, let's start from the beginning. So there was this fellow that I had on Snapchat, because your girl used to talk to a bunch of random folks on Snapchat all the time. But was that safe? No, I do admit that is not safe. So children, listen to your parents, stranger danger. I didn't go by that rule. So we were chatting for a couple months, then it came to like a couple longer than a couple months. He got on my nerves once and I blocked him. So he started making fake accounts in order to get my attention. And for some reason, I kept adding him back. Every time he got on my nerves. He kept begging me to talk to him, begging me to FaceTime him, call him, all that jazz. But I didn't want to do all that because he got on my nerves. He irritated me because he would mock me. He would do things that would irritate me. And I did things back to provoke him sometimes. It all depended on the day. But one time he was like, I'm finna come see you. Because I had this series on my Snapchat, when I used to use my Snapchat all the time. I had this bathroom series. Because for some reason at Publix, when I used to work at Publix, if y'all didn't know, your girl worked at Publix for 4-5 years. But for some reason, when I worked at Publix, they always had me cleaning the bathrooms. So I had me a whole little bathroom series. So every time I had to clean the bathrooms, I would take a picture and I'd be like, I hate my life. I don't want to be here. Which I didn't want to clean the bathrooms, but so I had a whole little bathroom series, and every time he saw that, he would either comment or he'll reply to it, be like something funny, or he'll say something corny to try to get my attention. And then I was just like, this is just annoying and boring. So every time I blocked him, he just made another account. So I was just like, what is wrong with you? You're becoming very obsessive. And he also was a catfish at the time as well, because for the longest time, he would not send me a real picture of who he actually was or what he actually looked like. So originally, he sent me a picture of this buff white man with tattoos and a rock band. Now, originally I was like, okay, this is what it looked like, I guess, whatever. But then I had a classmate who was like, no, this is an Australian singer. This is not his name. So after I confronted him about it, he tried to call me a liar. And then I had the receipts to back it up. And then he went ghost for like a couple weeks because he got mad that I figured out that it wasn't him. Because he had a lot of body insecurities and a lot of image issues. It wasn't gonna work out anyways. For some reason, he really wanted my attention. He really wanted me to like him. I just couldn't. There was too many things there was too many problems that occurred. So anyways, he wasn't that far away from where I lived. Currently, he supposedly lived in Tennessee, even though that was a lie. He lied a lot. It was like repetitive lies after lies after lies after lies. I was like, sir, will you ever tell the truth? At that point I was just like, I'm done. So finally he was like, you know what, since you don't want to see me on Snapchat and you keep blocking me, he came actually physically down to Alabama. At the time I was living with my family and nobody knew about this man. I never told my parents because they would overreact. They always overreacted. But anyways, every situation I never told my parents about because I could handle myself. I had a lot of issues with telling my parents because they like to make a show. Shelly didn't want to make a show. So Shelly solved her issues herself. Anyways, so he decided to post on Snapchat stories, I'm in blah blah Alabama. So I was like, what is this? So I screenshotted it and I said, why are you here? And he was like, I'm here to see you. I said, I told you not to come. So I never gave this man an invitation. I never said, come see me. I never said, come see about me. I did not. The man took it to his nerve to come all the way down from Tennessee, quote unquote, to come see me. So he was like, since you won't come see me and I just landed here, I wasted all this gas to come see you, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I didn't tell you to waste gas. I didn't tell you to come see me. You chose to come see me. So it was just like all this blah, blah, blah. So he was like, I'm gonna pull up at work. I'm gonna show up at your job. Nah, you can't be coming in between your girl bag. I did not want to work at Publix, but I still had things to do when I did get a cut of my check, which I didn't get a lot. It was mostly me hustling to get my money. But anyways, he was not gonna interfere with my dollar. So I was like, okay, you come to my job. I will not interact with you, but the police will escort you off the premises. So he got all mad and bothered. Yeah, Ginger. He got all mad and bothered and was very upset that I told him that I will have the police escorted him off the premises. So he had a best friend that he lived with who always irritated me as well. They both were two irritating beings. He was the one who actually convinced him to come all the way down to Alabama because he was like, you need to confront her for insulting you, for lying to you. First of all, the only thing I'll admit to that I did was I lied about my age. Everything else was straight clear. I always had this is why I keep my location off now, because of this situation. I always have my location on. I have my location on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. I always have my location on. Now your girl turn your location off on everything. Because there's too many people that be trying to find your girl. Especially with her having 20,000. Thank you to all my sweethearts who got me to 20,000 on TikTok. If y'all do not follow me on TikTok, all my links are always in the description. But anyways, this is why I no longer keep my location on for this exact situation. So I end up texting Kendall and ask her what I should do, but Kendall didn't want to get involved. Kendall was very neutral. Kendall was always Switzerland. She still is Switzerland. But anyways, so she was like, just explain to him that you don't want to be with him, that he just needs to move on and all that jazz. So I tried to explain it to him. It didn't work because his friend was like, you're not leaving until you see her. She needs to come see you. And I was just like, I'm not coming to see you. So either way, you're going to have to waste gas and go back home or sit here and never see me. So finally they decided that I wasn't gonna come out, and at the time I was sick anyway, so I wasn't gonna come outside. I had a terrible headache, I had a fever, I had a very bad cough, sniffling like no other. I was off from work this day when all this broke out. So I was just like, okay, this is not gonna work for me. Shelly is sick, Shelly is trying to nurse herself back to health. So we need to have several seats and go back to where we are located. So finally I convinced them to go back home, and we stopped talking for a while, a good long minute, a good relaxing minute, and then they decided to come back. But my biggest issue with him coming back is you never knew who he was gonna be that day. He could be super nice, super kind, super sweet, funny, and then the next day he'll switch. He'll turn into Satan, cussing you out, yelling at you, telling you what you're gonna do. And he irked me to the extreme with all the manipulative games, the quests, the challenges. I ain't had time for all that. So your girl said, you know what, forget it, just block him. Any other spam account he makes, he is not gonna figure it out anyways. I didn't add him back on anything else. He tried to find me on everything. Your girl said, you know what, let's say goodbye to social media. So I got rid of my Instagram. I stopped posting on Snapchat. The only thing I really used, I used my Instagram for business, but other than that, Instagram was not no personal stuff, no location. You didn't get pinged where I was. Everything was turned off. So finally he wasn't able to find me, and we decided to just go our separate ways. Currently he supposedly has a girlfriend. Happy for him. I'm glad he had my life so I can live and flourish. I wish him the best. I never want anybody to get injured or hurt. I just want people to be happy. So anyways, just always proceed with caution. But listen to your parents when they say stranger danger, and turn your location off. The only people that should have your location is people that you trust, so close friends and family in case of emergencies. But other than that, keep your location off. But that is the end of this Vlogtober, sweethearts. Make sure y'all stay tuned for the whole 31 days. I love all of my sweethearts. Make sure y'all subscribe and become part of the sweetheart community. Y'all have a good day or night wherever you are. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, sweetheart.